playoff special opener. It is very nice. We're enjoying it here. You know, something a bit fresher. We've had the same sort of opener for a long, long time there, so it is nice to see one come together for the playoff week, of course, across all regions. We're going to be expanding the regions next season as well, so there's so much Counter-Strike going on for the whole scene, ultimately, right? Obviously, Valve making these changes to open leagues and whatnot, right? Wanting a lot more qualifiers in places. So there's going to be a lot more CS, so make sure you're following the channels, bada bing. But we are back into the game here. Lynn Vision up against the Mongols. On the pick of Lynn Vision, Anubis, we're unsure. We're unsure with this map. And the Mongols looking to send that home. I think, indeed, this is a quick start for them as well, so they are very much feeling themselves after the Inferno. Amelia incredibly blinded, but somehow manages to stay alive and find one. Zaka at the back of the site has bought some time as well. 4 on 2 now as Zaka continues to find heads. Looking very good indeed for Lynn Vision.
It is absolutely West Melonvine's techno, and this should be a quick and close, well, quick and easy, may I say, finish the pistol. Just waiting, trying to isolate fighter. He's not being given that luxury at all. 910, of course, still knows there's one somewhere over towards heaven, but it doesn't matter. Starry will see him off from behind. So, only the one casualty. We will, of course, see things start off relatively okay for the Lynn Vision side. Now find ourselves in a position as well. We do have to think on the other side for the Mongols what their Anubis is looking like. We already spoke about what we've seen out of Lynn Vision in the sense that this is a map they play a hell of a lot. They've been pretty good on as well, but all things considered, it's not the most consistent map for them. But for the Mongol side, it's the same kind of scenario. What is their consistency looking like on this map at all? Can they bring over the successes of Inferno onto it too?
Got a bit of a game plan for B, it would appear. Utility raining in over the top, going to get the bodies in there. Starry will be the first to chime in. It's a really scary defense, right? So many strong weapons to get through at the end of the day. One plank going to come around. At least there is that. Return on the investment for the Mongols, and get a bit weirder from here on in, to be honest with you. G gets the upgrade onto the M4. No kit available is one of the big things. Massive frag there from Senzu to drop Amelia. That is the side pressure gone. G fails to smoke round the curvy wall. Oh, it's not looking too great here. They're not super comfortable at the moment on this retake, and it has fallen apart, man. They only find the one initial frag, but the retake itself, so weak.
And again, another showing what it looks like of the Mongols on these half-buys, man. They are so scary on them. They step up the tempo, they take the fight. I'm loving that kind of 1-2 setup over towards Pillar as well. The low player is the one taking first contact and swinging AD and left and right. It's the full HP player who isn't showing any presence because they're the insurance policy. Nicely done. And immediately after losing that, Lynn Vision going to go in towards attack pause. I don't blame them. That is a brutal one to be losing. That is the one kind of, that sort of round there losing that can massacre the confidence going forward. So, off the back of the tactical timeout, 1-1, we find ourselves right now. We do have to look at things as well in the other sense of what will Lynn Vision do in response. They are going to go for that full buy. Zaka towards them 4-5-7s is all they can really get around, and of course Starry on that scout. Not actually traditionally the AWP for the team as well, but the Star Rifler is going to try and beat the Star Scouter in this one. For the Mongols, great position to be in though. Win this round, not only do they get a second, they get a freebie of a third as well, and they can start slowly but surely pulling away.
Back up. Okay. Just going to take one in the noggin as he goes adventuring in towards middle. Unlucky. Not the best of starts. I think the M4 retrieved, so that's all good. But man down is obviously not what they were looking for. A late push towards A main. Oh, it could have been massive. I'm not so sure now, to be honest. Yeah, they were almost caught with nades out, but just a tad too early from the Lynn Vision boys. West Melon alone. Gonna hold the line here, of course. Don't really need to send it into him. just be a bit careful, right? I think Blitz has realized that with the bomb in hand. There is this flank coming round that should be able to finish the round here. It does indeed. So lead goes the way of Mongols. They're not going to suffer the same fate as Lynn Vision. Really great spot to be in, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. This is good. I think now as well, the Mongols, they can start to really pull away quite quickly, quite rapidly. They can keep up this pace. I mean, it's still semi-expensive, probably a little bit more expensive than the Mongols would have hoped. But again, all things considered, all that really matters is they got that lead, and it should be extended a little bit further. Unfortunately, just a few of those pistols. Lynn Vision are going to go for a stack towards B. I wonder whether they actually... The Mongols default in this position. B side has been a bit of a common one for them. Deep nade will come through though, and that does a lot more damage than probably Techno even realizes. Now they start to push through. I think he'll realize he does backing over a little support. They don't need to face though. This does feel a little risky. The USPSs can tap away. So can Techno. He'll find one. Senzu trying to flank. He has been spotted by the Dark player. I'm sure he knows about it. Senzu's only got a USPS now. Didn't invest in towards this one. He's going to stick around for the fight. Now go on M4. No armor, but he should be okay. Does get dinged, actually. Maybe not. All away, my friend. You not give him the time of day. The round is won, but it's probably a little bit wackier than we would have expected.
Yeah, definitely a strange one. Bomb will go down. That confirms the fact. Starry just chilling at this point, hoping to catch somebody, right? And they are a little bit after him. The collapse onto this B bomb site coming in. There it is. Mzinho will take him down. So any damage going to be good damage there. Picking up Techno. However, Envision very quickly in trouble, it has to be said.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you look at it as well, this is a map in which the T side is definitely the more preferential side. I mean, when it was kind of initially released into, when you look at it on Go, it came in as a T-sided map, but it was one that we knew over time would balance out and become CT-sided as all maps are. But actually with how CS2 is played in the meta right now, it is actually got even worse. It's more T-sided than it once was. And the Mongols, they can put up a real dominant start here. You can just break the backs of Lynn Vision from the get-go. 9-10 in the AWP, looking to try and find that open here. I like the early space he's been finding. They are setting up for a boost. Techno's got a lot of info to get in. No one towards back plat. Nobody playing up close. This is good. Senzu can now have to play close himself. Westman's actually in a little bit of trouble here. There's a lot of bodies starting to converge in his position.
Yeah, a bit weird that he's still alone. You know, you see a lot of teams go for the aggression in towards mid, but they'll generally pull away from it by now. It's paid off for them, though, because Mongols are also moving really slowly, as they are also unsure of what the heck is going on. So this is a strange round, to say the least. Eventually, they will start to make their move. Westmelon spots the leg of one. Smoke going to come in to keep him at bay, so they should get this plant. And they're also a bit confused as to why it is so open. Either way, I'm going to go down. Man advantage in favor of Lynn Vision. Got to be able to pull this one off now. Everybody's in such a good spot so very early into this retake. Nade's going round. 9-10 going to eat one. Trying to find a frag here, but the flash is way too good to keep him at bay for now. Techno can't get it done. It's Mzinho all alone in at dark. Difficult angle to clear, but the smoke comes round. Zaka will take him. Lynn Vision pick up 2.
Okie dokie. So that round did initially look quite rough. You know, you have kind of Westman playing solo towards the site, and the rotations weren't really too close either. They were playing 2 through mid and 2 on that kind of A rotate. It looked like if the Mongols got that bomb down early, killed off Westman, and they could just play at such a deep post plant that, well, essentially nothing would really fall to the wayside. But what ended up happening is Lynn Vision pulled off a really nice retake. All things considered, they got an AWP to work with as well, and now we can start to have some level of a conversation as well about what Lynn Vision can do on the CT side. I mean, fundamentally, with how, again, we were talking about how T-sided this Anubis is at the moment. If someone could put up a really strong CT side, they set themselves up with good foundations, and you'd hope Lynn Vision can do that. Their map pick, a map in which is probably their most played in all officials, even the ones that aren't on HLTV. Getting up close here. Senzu spots Starry. lot of damage dealt. Oh, he might still be in trouble. The Molotov doesn't actually bank off the corner. What is that peak, Westman? What are you doing?
A little wild. A little bit wild. Zaka trying to find some timing off from the bridge, but he misses it, unfortunately. The A bomb site will be the port of call here for the Mongols. Just slowly creeping in. Nade's going to come over the top. G tries to get a molly down, but, you know, way too late. Not expecting them so quick. Techno is flanked underneath him as well. In for the double. Beautiful spray transfer from Techno. Zaka and Starry will probably just save here, but yeah, really, really nice contact round there from Mongols.
Whew. Mzinho, nice one tap as well. My Zaka on the tail end there. Starry's all that's left. He's got an AK and he's going to try and do everything in his power to keep it alive. He is actually playing the save game well here because he's just dodging that Mzinho is wrapping all the way behind him. However, Mzinho is now starting to shift. And if Starry stays still, he'll spot him in due time. So all comes down to whether Starry can continue maneuvering, playing around. Will Mzinho spot him? He's tucked in towards that cubby close left. He might not check it. He might check it. Hang on. Starry will hear it. Swing on the corner. Starry sees it off. So stays alive. It's a sigh of relief, to say the least. Of course, Mongols back into the winning ways. I think it all starts there, more or less. I don't really understand what the peak is. Even if you're Westmoreland as well, if you're going to throw that Molotov coming through, the best port of call, especially because you know that Senzu is taking a lot of that space through water, is just bank it off the corner. Just deny them getting up close. Basically keep Starry alive for as long as possible. But yeah, peeks into the open to drop a Molotov and at the cost of his life. And well, subsequently the round to just an AK in the hands of Starry is all they've got to work with. They're going to do everything to facilitate him finding optimal fights here. And it does look like they kind of want to split in the direction of A.
Shouldn't be too bad for them. Senzu's going to spot a lot of bodies. Ooh, takes an initial dink, so he goes down quite fast. Starry, though, that was the big guy, right? With the AK, the armor. Mzinho deals with him cleanly. That'll probably be the round then. They're ready for the A hit, in a sense, right? Positionally, I guess. Westmoreland to find 3 more. Making this a little harder than it needs to be, but will eventually go down. 5th round through on the T side. Very, very good stuff. Lynn Vision again, lacking control of the game, and it is a surprise.
Yeah. Absolutely. And of course, this round we weren't expecting all too much, but it's also on the other side as well. I think when you get to a point like Lynn Vision were there, where it was kind of, you know, 2 versus 4, 3 versus 4 scenario, but you know you're on low buy, maybe the priority then becomes, like, once again, trying to keep hold of an AK, which, no, they don't. I've got to buy regardless. 5-2. Isn't a bad start by any means. G, the AWP can have a little look in. Nobody offering for him. 9-10 might want to take a fight here, though. He's playing through short water, and the Molotovs will come through mid. Zaka for 2. Lovely work. Can he make it a 3rd? Of course. I don't know what the call is there. Dry peeking through a smoke? What did you expect?
Oh, Amelia, nice find, man. That'll solidify it, right? It was maybe the A-bomb site that had the most opportunities for them. Unfortunately, it will not pan out. 9-10, all alone now. Just attempting to save it. They don't necessarily need it money-wise, but yeah, he's not going to make it away anyway. Nice round from Lynn Vision. Really nice round. Very, very clean, of course, and will give them an opportunity to kind of springboard things to even up the score lines. We're about to find out. I'm very, very worried for Lynn Vision if they can't string a few together here.
Yeah, I'm also just concerned about what the plan was there for the Mongols. I don't understand that dry peek through a smoke. I don't know what they were ever expecting. That they were ever going to be even given the opportunities to trade. The spacing was pretty poor. That 3rd guy was so far behind the initial 2 that walked through that they couldn't even go for a trade. Yeah, it was a bit of a weird one. Oh, gee, nice shot. 9-10 or 4, and so will Senzu. Lovely double entry. Honestly, immediately that kind of feels like the round might be already locked in for Lynn Vision.
Possible. It is possible. We'll see. AWP still in play. Anything is, well, indeed possible for the Mongols. Very curious from here. G. Nice angle. Oh, lands the tag. That should be good enough, right? Starting to hammer this round home. To be honest, Zaka coming around to pick up middle and let the AWP move. I think they are savvy to this fact, trying to nade him off. Just spotted a little leg there. Not sure either way. Lynn Vision looking good, looking composed right now. Not panicking too much with the pressure that the Mongols are still applying, despite the fact that they are down by a couple of players. Now just one. Mr. Blitz with the bomb, but only 6 HP.
What can he do? Anything? At all? Waits for the smoke to go. Yeah, Westman's got his number though. On the corner. We get the support over as well, I think, for Blitz. It's safe to say his days are numbered here. G will make sure of that. G starts around and closes it too. Really nice double entry coming through from G in towards water. In a little bit quiet, but in towards that round. 3 kills found very nicely indeed. The first fight is great on towards 9, and the second maybe arguably even better. Senzu did not know what hit him. It's well played. Really well played. I think the Mongols as well. Yeah, I'm going to say, I wouldn't mind seeing a little pause out of them. These last 2 rounds have been really rough. Completely different than what we've seen sort of prior. Not exactly what we'd expect out of a side who was so dominant map number 1. Of course, that was 13-5 if you're only joining us here. This one, a much more hard-fought showing. But already, even if it is kind of, you know, Lynn Vision starting to find form here, 5 rounds isn't terrible on the T side. I mean, for a map which isn't your own pick, it's not a bad first half from the Mongols. If they can make it kind of a tied, like a 6-6 or anything more, there's some real positives there. But I don't really actually think 5's all that bad just yet.
True. Very true. But I think they'd probably want to go a bit deeper.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. It depends on Lynn Vision and if they can keep this energy up. Obviously, feeling confident. Just a dry swing towards dark there, towards canals. Really great stuff. Where do they go now? It is a long road ahead for Lynn Vision in particular. Obviously, a lot of work to be done to keep this one coming and to win the series as well. G with a missed shot. Gap going to close fast, but he stays composed. Starry nets a double kill. Make it 3. Oh, make it 4. What a hold from Starry.
That is a lockdown towards the B site. Really nicely done as well. And once further, has just shattered that Mongols economy. No funds for them to work with. They have to go in towards that low buyer pistols, and that will reaffirm the idea that this has been Lynn Vision's half to lock in their favor. The way they're playing right now, they're doing everything right to do exactly that. Not getting any financial issues with the final 2 rounds, even if they were to lose. So for Lynn Vision, they're sitting in a very pretty spot. They could actually recover this half to a 7-5 in their favor, which would be pretty damn good considering how rough it did look at one point. G holding, one has crossed, does take a shot, but to no avail. Blitz will answer back onto Zaka though, not a bad trade.
Yeah, keep the damage up in a round like this, of course. Just got to be careful. I think Anubis is one that hands itself to the Deagles quite nicely, to be honest. A lot of mid to long range fights. A lot of quick peaks, you know, straight lanes, let's say. This could be big. Out through dark. Techno checking the site, but really had an opportunity to just swing around and find these players in towards B main, completely isolated. Continuing to try and do that. Westmelon left low, but Amelia's here to save the day. Rotation coming round. Senzu does not have the bomb, unfortunately, is kind of the big deal here. Oh, and not able to creep round the corner. Down he will go. 6-5 then. Lynn Vision gaining the lead towards the tail end of the first half.
Yeah, final attempt as well for the Mongols to try and recoup a little bit of their losses, tie things up at the turn of the half, but it has been a really nice showing from Lynn Vision. They've started to put their foot down on a dominant display these last few rounds. There hasn't really been a lot of competition. The Mongols may have started up the half well, but the ending has been a little rough. Thankfully, they did have a buy to speak of. Unfortunately, not the AWP that a 9-10 would hope, and he's been a little bit quiet without it as well. G, on the other hand, has picked up his form. For now. All a little bit slower in the tempo. The Mongols have really been trying to step up the speed a little bit to try and find some favor. It's not always the way to go about it. Slow things down, look for an opening peek. And this is quite smart from Lynn as well. They're not offering up anything. I gotta play it. Force the Mongols to make the first move.
Oh, big position here from Amelia. Love this. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, only able to get one, though. I thought it was going to be in for way more. Same from G, to be honest. Mongols with the quick trades here on the A-bomb site. Plank going to come round. Full retake for Lynn Vision, of course. And it's just a question of how they play this one out. I mean, they're so far away. They're pretty split as well. I'm not a massive fan of how the initial positions look here for Lynn Vision. Have to be honest, you know, they're obviously going to go for this last round, but so far away, there's not going to be much time.
No, you actually are spot on. It's a really rough looking retake. They look so slow in it, like they have loads of time as well. We're into kind of, what, just shy of 15 seconds now. They got to make a move. Mzinho 9-10 have made theirs. Nice swing. Starry will find one, and Senzu will close it out. 6-6 for all tied square as we head in towards our second half. But before we move there, we've got a break.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back in. 6-6 at the turn of the half, as close as it gets. Lynn Vision looking to stay alive in this series. Stay alive for the Pro League spot. Of course, win out on their own map pick. Nice find to kick things off. A bomb site Left a bit open then. Mzinho will be here out towards heaven. Or gets that kill despite the smoke. Bit of a quick reload, and it may well cost him his life. Not looking too good here. Bomb has yet to go down, but they have secured an advantage on the T side.
Already. This retake not looking good at all. Senzu can find a couple of crispies. Looking for one. Dancing around. Going in towards mid, and yeah, 9-10 just overrun there. Techno will find one, and now we can actually hold them at bay a little bit here. Just opt off the angle. 2 versus 3. Senzu holding from above. It's not a bad little position, but he doesn't stick it. Zaka will find one, and that should be the round. Should be the operative word. He doesn't have a kit to speak of, though. Still wouldn't have made a difference. Another pistol going the way of Lynn Vision. Really nicely done this time as well. I think the way in which they played that as a pack is just the way to go about it. 9-10 gets overrun, coming through that CT rotate, and everything kind of slots into place there. Mongols sort of struggling to find consistent form by any means on this map so far.
Yeah, a little strange. Does certainly feel that way. And I do worry for the CT side here. I think it's going to be a tough ride for them for sure. Just on the pistols in this one, stacking over on that B-bomb site may well be something to see here if they get a bit of action, but ultimately we're unsure as yet. They are sending those feelers out there, right? You've got Amelia, you've got Zaka just digging and pushing in. Eventually, Amelia will probably discover that A is clear for the most part. I think there might be a rotation coming across, but should be an easy ride on that side of the map.
Least. Big push coming through main. No one's there. So, oh, this poor old Techno is going to rotate over towards A, and he's going to be very quickly in a lot of trouble. I think he knows it as well. He's hoping for the pack to kind of get this to support in time. Hey, fair play. They find Westmelon, and a dink on towards Starry. This already isn't terrible, because Techno's found Amelia. Surely not. 9-10 going to find G. This is a full USPS buy. There is no way they're about to convert this.
Absolutely wild, man. We'll see. Bomb going to go down. Rounds like this can be salvaged, can be saved by the stronger weaponry. Zaka digging in, finds a big frag. Blitz can't get the trade. So Zaka might just have saved it, to be honest. They were the 2 healthiest, most dangerous players for sure. Mzinho going to have to pop off here. They're not giving any peeks at all. Zaka, will go down. Starry finds the trade, left on 8 HP. It doesn't get much closer than that. A bit more HP on 9-10, and he probably gets another shot off. Goodness me, Lynn Vision counting their lucky stars to have taken that 8th round.
Actually, insane how close that round got, and it never should have. And the thing, even though the round doesn't get won out by the Mongols, they can take so many positives, because they've now forced Lynn Vision into a full buy coming through. So rather than what this would be with, which is traditionally, you know, a half buy, kind of a bonus buy to come in, Lynn Vision have to go for a full investment, and they don't actually bring a whole lot to the table. You got double Mac 10, double Glue, and an AK against what is a real comfortable buy of the Mongols. This sort of round, normally you'd say kind of all the pressures on the shoulders of that side coming in with their first full buy, but it's actually not. If Lynn Vision lose this, Mongols will find 7, but it'll break the economy, and it actually allows them to close that gap quite considerably. Mzinho jiggle peeking on the corner. He's been spotted. Going to try and stay alive as best he can. The Nate going to do his work to try and drop him, but he's in trouble.
Not looking too good. Blitz holding for 1. 9-10. Oh, so blind goes down. Blitz with a great flash from camera, however, will regain the advantage. Bombs hit the deck. It puts a pause on everything, really. We'll see here. Really going to be a tough one for Lynn Vision to find the control of this round once again. Big frag from G. Not afraid to take the fights right now. Absolute madness in some of these exchanges. Still has yet to retrieve the bomb, and you can see Techno is about to discover it in a moment. Yep. Massive. Pretty massive. 35 seconds. That gives them about 30 to get the bomb down. And they've got eyes on. They've got eyes on. Techno knows what's up. He's going to keep giving that a little check. And may well be able to drop them at the opportune moment.
Yeah. 2 versus 2. Noise now made on towards the site. They're so cautious of main that Blitz actually starts to get slightly overlooked. She's holding him, and he will get it a second time of asking. Swing in the corner. Gee, what a double. How has he managed to get that second kill? Techno fluffs his lines so poorly. And that was the opportunity for the Mongols as well. Much better firepower. The setup looked quite good as well. And it all slipped apart. I thought Blitz had enough, and he gets his second kill here as well. That one on towards Starry. I was thinking surely at that point it's enough, but they just let it slip away. They get isolated, and G somehow hitting a miraculous second shot there. I think that has steadied the ship a little bit over towards Lynn Vision. Blitz is going to buy in. Nobody else really has anything. And unfortunately, as this one goes bit by bit, it is actually looking very good. Lynn Vision to push us towards map number 3.
Indeed, Blitz hanging on with the M4 here, going to be the hero of this round. Mzinho, 5-7, can't get anything done. Bit of a boost up, nice idea, but unfortunately it results in a double kill for G. Techno coming around with the 5-7, double kill for him. Needed a little bit more help out from his teammates. Senzu then with a world of hurt on his way. Senzu. Slow approach in. Oh, this timing is so good. Gonna drop the bomb. Deagle out. Trying to find the head. He's so close. Leaves Amelia on 4 HP. This would be absolutely huge. Would be absolutely huge if he can get it done, and he will. Oh, the Mongols have stolen away such an important round to keep themselves in contention for this map.
My God, what a shot on the last one as well. If Mongols wanted any sort of way to stay alive in this game, it was finding that round there. Such a low / kind of weird buy, and it immediately didn't look very good until the 5-7 doubles down, and that's when he opened back up again. Senzu, man, even to opt in towards the Deagle here, nerves of steel, it has to be said. This is so well played from them. A timeout will be called by Mongols. That is really extended a lifeline. They now have some foundations to go off. Money's not good for Lynn Vision. That's, again, another low buy that's put the pressure on. This time it wins it. Last time out, they got 4 out of 5 kills, and Starry saved them. This time, not to be. And, of course, it has taken a knock-on effect towards that economy. Lynn Vision, no buy for them. Mongols, they should get a freebie of an 8th here. Senzu from a masterclass in the round prior to a labored one there.
A bit of a flat nade. Might have been better if it went in a bit deeper, to be fair. But I think he was just trying to blow the smoke. Thinks that it's open. Oh, this is so weird. Techno. Oh my God. That's so beautiful. That is so beautiful for all 3. I thought surely 2, maybe a struggle for the 3rd, but finding them that fast and that clean. Woo.
Alrighty. Yeah, it did start pretty poorly. Senzu made a meal of it, but thankfully, Techno doing what Techno does best. Lining them up. Headshots all around as well, just to have insult to injury. That's the 8th that you wanted to see out of the Mongols. It's a 1-round game. And even though that wasn't echoing towards the round prior, Lynn Vision has still got 3 Galils to try and maneuver with here. Negative going towards the left-hand side. Sorry, taking a slight tag, but not giving up too much of a fight just yet. Blitz does stick around for a spam, but he's going to relinquish mid-control, give it up towards the T side. They will be met with Molotov. That's going to really hurt them a lot, actually. It will. Zaka dying to his own Molotov just to make things worse. Mzinho, he's on the turn. Senzu's not holding for him properly, and down he falls.
Not looking good at all. But we'll see. Blitz deep in that CT angle, just ready and waiting for a rotation to come around from somewhere. But what is the game plan? At the moment, nobody knows. Lynn Vision really far back, not close to a bomb site at all. 50 seconds to get something rolling here. Is it indeed going to be the A site? Looks that way. Senzu, oh, this could be such a massive position for him. Spots the barrel, gets the frag. Here's a few more footsteps. Will lose his head quickly, but with only 35 seconds, they should be more than ready for what is to come. Just a question of whether they can land their shots, man.
Those things for Blitz. Starry falls. It does put a real awkward position right now. 9-10. He actually can't go over to the right hand side. He actually has to fall. It's either the flames or to the bullets. And he chooses the hot way out. It still is a 1 versus 2 and a doable one at that. Blitz is low. Lucky man. Very lucky man. The time will run out. So, we're all tied square again. G could get that bomb down around the corner, spraying, hoping for it to be found. Fine margins surviving there. It has to be said, but definitely a little bit scrappier and messier than I think Mongols would have hoped, but I guess all that really matters. We've got a tie game here. This is now absolutely anybody's game, and once again, Lynn don't have the money to work with. The Mongols should hit double digits first, but that in itself is something I didn't expect when we kind of hit that halfway mark.
Yeah, no, very true. Very, very true. I thought that the Mongols would really struggle on this CT side, but it does seem to be a bit of a different level at the moment. Again, Techno looking good. It's Blitz on this map who's really woken up. He was actually kind of quiet on Inferno, which is a little bit of a rarity. It's usually him and Techno that are looking towards that top end of the scoreboard. Does seem to be the case here, so I suppose another thing for Lynn Vision to contend with in that sense. Starry a bit more lively on this map, so yeah, individuals are really going to make a difference in these next few rounds.
Playing close towards mid here. 1 rifle to speak of. Couple of pistols. Senzu. Drop Molotov. There's one to split into him. We're going to drop an 8 behind it as well. Now actually he can swing forward. Senzu, nice find. Looking for more, and he doubles down. Surely job done. Enough already. A lot of damage dealt towards Zaka too, so this feels like it should be locking itself into play. Senzu's making this look easy. Looking for more as well. He'll find it. Give him the ace. Why not? Fortunately, the 5th is absolutely nowhere near. But he's done enough. That's the round, and that's Mongols finding double digits.
That way. Awkward fight. Amelia can't get anyone. And that will indeed be the double digits. Easily as well. Flawless round. Big, big deal this late on into the game. It means that they can suffer a loss and buy back pretty comfortably. That's obviously something that is really important to a CT side. Senzu with a lovely round. He's looked pretty good for me. I know that you mentioned in that first game against New Happy, he really did struggle, and is more of a recent addition to the Mongols side. A bit of a unknown name, maybe, if you're not super close, even with Mongolian Counter-Strike. You know, that's kind of one of the things that will affect them, is that the talent pool is shallower than the rest of Asia, for sure.
Yes, yeah.
And sometimes the way that Asian players are picked up can be a bit wacky. You know, the Rare Atom famous story is that 2 or 3 of them are out from pugs, you know?
Yeah,
so,
saw them in an FBL.
Yeah. So it can be hard to know if you're getting it right. Sort of similar to like the Iberian region in EU.
Yes.
Oh God, sorry, what's going on here? But yeah, ultimately looking pretty good for my money, I think. Mzinho also not too bad at all. So I'm liking the look of Mongols. They maybe just need a little more oomph in places. A little more structure needs working on, but so far, so good, I would say as well, though, in this series at the very least, and in the lower bracket as well. A bit of pressure has really done them good.
I think because it's been played so puggy so far, it actually is leaning into a lot of the strengths. Techno's still playing anti here. I don't know if he gets cleared, and he would have been spotted. Westmelon, no chance in hell. Senzu 9-10 on a swing. Was a triple stack. They're going, no one's there. So actually the 2A players now in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit weird over here, isn't it? Mzinho does manage to trade one back. Second is massive, staying alive. And he is holding down an absolute beast for Mongols. Man. That is huge. That is huge. 11-9 now, and these past couple of rounds for the CT side have been pretty much perfect, which, like, it could not come at a better time.
16 years old, by the way. My God, he plays well above his ears. That's an insane way to isolate fights there as well. Dancing around Donut on the site and finding 3, and he obviously probably could have got at the 4th as well if the AWP hadn't come in to seal it. That is so well played, so crisp coming out. And look how this game's changed now. We've gone from a landscape which is looking like Lynn Vision with complete control. You know, it was 4 out of the first 5 rounds going the way of the Mongols in that kind of first half. We were thinking, okay, that's a good start. And then it all fell apart. It wasn't a great end to that first half for them. They were really looking shaky. And I had the kind of the thought process in my head that we were guaranteed going towards Nuke. And now it's completely changed. The landscape looks so different. We're looking at what is Lynn Vision struggling, looking very uncomfortable in terms of how they're trying to approach a lot of their executes. And the Mongols, a lot of their big names are stepping up in big ways. Blitz 18 kills, Techno 16, and Senzu and Mzinho not too far behind. 9-10 the AWP might have had a slow one, but honestly Anubis isn't really an AWP's paradise anyway.
Starry boosted up, waiting for a peek into his crosshair. I don't think it's going to happen for him, unfortunately. They are not necessarily playing safe, but not taking any chances on the CT side. They understand the position that they are in right now. Pretty heavily bolstered A side. No pressure in towards mid, though. So this look from Lynn Vision, I want to say is, you know, a bit risque. Let's take a contact in towards mid. There was a small window of opportunity. It may well have passed by now, and they feel naturally they have to get some utility out to make their presence known. They're also not going to follow up on it. Interesting, very interesting. Trying to get a catch on the B players. I don't know if it's going to work out for them all that well. Senzu looking good. Does need the assistance in the end as he gets traded, but yeah, the dark hold is once again nigh on perfect. I don't know where it's come from, but the Mongols looking really, really good.
And they are 1 round away from ESL Pro League. That's how much is on the line here. Lynn Vision once again reaffirming those ideas that when it's come towards that final hurdle to get towards that environment, we've seen it throughout the quals this year for kind of challenger events, for example, throughout ESL and all the rest. They've always fallen flat. And unfortunately, it is a really, really dire position to be in for them. 12-9. We do have a brief tech pause, but we've been informed it only is a brief one. Just a minute before we get back underway. You look over towards that seaside. Think about what the conversations are being had there. AK is being brought up. Starry's only got a Galil. I do wonder whether maybe somebody swaps over with him. Maybe the likes of kind of a Westmelon or Amelia who haven't had as great a game. Surely you want your big name rifler on the better weapon. It's looking like, at least from the offset, that's a no. Zaka can go in towards an AK of his own, but he actually can opt for a Galil because he wants util. So a double Galil, double AK, AWP is what Lynn Vision have got to wield here to try and keep their dreams alive of a Pro League spot. The Mongols 1 round away from a 2-0 in the series and meeting Tyloo tomorrow in a best of 5.
What a story as well it would be for the Mongols, man. Been difficult since their run last year. Yeah, no, they have been dethroned a little bit. Really, really burst onto the scene as IHC. That entire team is not necessarily here, but all the same, the namesake that they have become and a legendary organization within the scene. It's been a rough road.
It has.
And this would be a really, really great kind of comeback story. And also a comeback story within the tournament itself, right? Knocked down in their first round of playoffs by New Happy. You'd maybe put them towards the bottom end of the playoff seeded teams. So that was quite the surprise. And since then, they've looked brilliant in the lower bracket. Needed a bit of a wake-up call. And handily dealt with New Happy yesterday. So clearly they are a very different team at the end of the week.
For sure.
Than they were at the start of it. Oh, that's big spot. Can't find the head. Oh, God. Techno will be kicking himself that he didn't fully capitalize on that opportunity, man. That could have been the game there and then. They will have spotted the bomb. They will be ready for an A hit. Initially, oh, God, what is going on here? What is going on? A really weird call from Lynn Vision, but it has worked, confusing the Mongols massively. 20 seconds, but there's nobody else left on B. Bomb plant should be easy enough. And honestly, they've got so much. They do have so much money. Maybe it is just worth going for this.
Especially if they can find an early pick. 9-10 maybe has a look in, but I think it's more looking like they're just going to save it. That's unfortunate. It's a nice idea, but it falls apart very quickly. A really weird kind of one, but I think it all comes down to that attempt from Techno. If Techno finds that kill there, he's killed the bomb planter on ledge, or the bomb itself on ledge. Now it's dropped with, you know, shy of 30 seconds, a different story and scenario and all the rest. Man, it could have been a, yeah, it could have been a really close game. And Mzinho had just held it in that smoke. It's a freebie on towards Starry, but that's when it comes down to it. Doesn't make a difference. Now find ourselves 10-12. The Mongols still map series points, but Lynn Vision staying alive by a slither. And of course on the other side too, much better firepower to speak with in comparison. The double Glil to work with last round. Now they have the full AKs on deck, and of course that AWP still in play. But like you mentioned, plenty of money still to work with over towards the Mongols. And before we head in towards what is the penultimate round of regulation, and a call for attack timeout, have a little conversation. And here's where they can hope they can lock this one out. 18 kills apiece. The Techno Blitz and Senzu. Want to just see if they can lock this in their place. If they can. What a story it would be, like you mentioned. Timeout done. We're back underway. Lynn Vision doing everything they can to push this towards overtime.
Not a long road, you know. It is certainly doable. There will be money available for the Mongols until the end of the game, or of course the end of regulation. Nice utility here from Blitz. Doesn't quite meet the mark. Starry has figured out how to get through that quite nicely, you know, finding big gaps. Oh, in the offensive utility, a push comes through from 9-10, costs him his life. And with Blitz being tagged so low, Lynn Vision have got a perfect start.
This is what they want. And like you can see as well that the Mongols are going to group up a little bit and play as a pack for trades. It's probably the best way to go about this. Move is one, but as you can see, Senzu's about to be tested here, playing backside on towards B, and there's a lot of action about to come his way.
Getting the nades out, flash around the corner, trying to play above the smoke here, be the hero, not going to work out. JeexD just found a big double as well in all this carnage. Blitz alone on 6 HP is not going to give this a go at all. The bomb is pulling away. It's going to get a little strange. He's like, ah, cool, a nice comfortable save on A. I'll just kind of hide behind the site. No one will bother me here. They're actually going back to B now. All right, I don't know what's going on anymore, but Lynn Vision just getting caught up a bit too hyper in this round, it would appear. It's not really going to cost them anything, but certainly comical to watch them Benny Hill it across the map.
He'll save. As long as he doesn't peek, we should be fine. He is, ooh, yeah. As long as he doesn't peek was the stipulation there around him saving. He did, in fact, peek, so he did die. Now this changes things a little bit. I'm right in saying a couple of these buys are going to be awkward into the last round of regulation. Mongols letting this slip. A little bit of life left in this game still. And if I'm right in saying things aren't going to look great across the board. They're actually just squeezing things out. I wasn't sure whether they get the AWP out, but they actually do just about. That's 19, a lot more money than I thought of. So there's that quad M4 around it. Earlier aggression being taken this time towards B. They're just going to drop a smoke and play anti. Oh, don't peek though. He's a known quantity in that corner and he will just get out of dodge. Look at the space they've created through mid, and Blitz going to find the first. They've got mid control and they've got all short water control. Lynn Vision now pincered in towards that B direction.
Yeah, so deep in, aren't they? It can be a bit of a poison chalice from here, though. It feels like you've got so much control, but keeping a hold of it when there's all these different levels to deal with can be a challenge. West Melon got his angles, got his trades, got his brain on. He knows what's up. So back down to a 4 versus 4, and now the HP becomes a bigger deal. However, Vision are going to use so much time in this round regaining space, checking angles. unsure of where to look. The next guy to deal with will be Mzinho. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of his angle, to be honest. And neither is he. You can see he's on his toes, man, moving around an awful lot, not really committed in. They're going to try and get above him as well. Oh, God, what is going on? Amelia makes all the noise dropping down. 910's got to be so careful here. Gets a kill and is able to drop back, but goodness me, it's really on a knife edge.
It's good timing on the molly, though. It's not exactly flourishing. They haven't got a lot, 20 seconds to speak of. It still looks like they want to commit towards A. 2 players over in the direction of B. Going to try and isolate here. The Orb's in trouble. Westmelon will find him. Wasn't sure whether 910 could hit that quick flick. It isn't to be. 14 seconds. They will get the bomb down. And a numbers disadvantage retake for the Mongols to try and close this in regulation. Well, we're just 30-odd seconds away from going towards OT.
Yeah, surely it looks that way, man. Blitz is about to walk into a 2-man stack with 11 HP. Oh, Westmelon's just turned away. Obviously, still going to have to defy the odds to even find Starry, to be honest with you. Flash comes in. Yeah, easy frag in the end. Techno to do it all. Too many angles to check. Backing away. Oh, it was close. It was very close indeed, but Starry will take him down and net the overtime. Mongols will be absolutely kicking themselves, man. 12-9 we were on, I believe. Definitely a winnable scoreline, and yeah, they let it slip. Started this round off strong. I think you just give up the position, man.
Yeah.
I think you find the kill and you just give it up. Both of those players that stuck around, aggressive sort of angles, both got taken down without finding a kill.
Yes.
So, not the biggest fan. It's kind of like being deep down mid on Inferno, right? Very rarely do you find success from there.
No, you are spot on. And I think on the other side as well, for someone who's been following throughout the playoff series, they realize, well, Mongols did this yesterday. New happy on that Inferno when it went towards OT. It was a 12-9 lead for them. They let it slip. Mongols have this debilitating factor about the team when they're so close to the finish line. They just take the foot off the gas a tad, and it's enough for teams to claw back the game. But credit to Lynn Vision, mental stability of this time, the fortitude of this team to get back into this. Absolute credit to them. It's a game absolutely on, of course, and if Lynn Vision can continue this streak, there is Nuka waiting.
Flashing towards mid. Nothing going to be spotted. And though the mid area left a little open. Westmelon going to catch Techno digging for information. The goals have really slipped these past few rounds, man. That was also a dangerous peak. Senzu will get the trade, but it just felt like a bit late off the back of the flashes. I don't know. It certainly feels strange here. 9-10 next to fall. They know that Sensu's going to be around, but not quite sure where. Lovely little angle from him. Good for one. Peeks in for another and will get taken down. Blitz left incredibly low by a tag, potentially. Either way, Plant coming in. Solid position right now for Lynn Vision.
We said I don't really think Blitz and Mzinho have too much of a look in here. Molotov comes on towards that default plant, but it won't be problematic, and it is just going to be a play for exits here. And granted, in overtime, it doesn't mean all that much. I mean, maybe if they drop the AWP, you can put financial pressure on long-ish term, but yeah, Mzinho is going to go in late here. Have a look in. It's a left eye peek, one in which he wins. He can't make it a second in. Blitz to be seen off as well. So Lynn Vision start well. This streak has been really good. We're like 4 rounds in a row of Lynn Vision finding very solid T-side rounds. And Mongols look like a completely different side now. They were on track to book in their spot towards Pro League and are now backs against the wall a little bit on this map pick.
Ah, man alive. Yeah, this is getting stressful. This is really getting stressful for the Mongols. They've not found success in quite a long time, despite finding themselves in like decent game states. Just haven't been able to convert. Starry takes a little bit of a tag. G getting super aggressive. Blitz going to be the first to fall in towards middle, though. Starry has been running rampant over there. Takes out 9-10 as well. Oh, God, it's falling apart. It really is. Techno going to have to go huge. Mzinho definitely needs to find this kill, and he can't. Not a single kill coming in for the Mongols. They're going to need something to work with going into the second half of this overtime. Come on now.
Yeah, it is really, really looking very uncomfortable at the moment. You know, if the Mongols don't get at least one round here on CT, you know, I think it's safe to say that map 3 is absolutely looming. Again, you got to say credit to Lynn Vision, but what happened on the other side was the Mongols. All down to this. Techno's only got a FAMAS. 910's got the AWP, and he's going to try and make something work with it. 910 really has struggled to get into the action at all this game, to be honest. Now or never, it feels for him. Holding in towards lower. Doesn't spot anything because that player's been around pillar. And G will cross. Timing going to be worse there for 910, unfortunately. It's very rare you say it, but the best thing he could have done was to tunnel vision there down towards that low position. But at the moment, yeah, nothing to work with.
Tough, isn't it, when you've lost a couple rounds in the overtime, you know? Getting fully confident, fully sending it. Can be a bit of a hard one. Oh, God. Mzinho, so blind. Flashes coming round. What is happening? Somehow not burning. Westmelon left pretty low. Mzinho tagged ever so slightly. AWP is here. This is a good spot. Really good spot for the AWP right now, I feel. Starry going to come creeping around this corner in just a second. Trying to get the trades back. It's the bomb is the big thing, right? They are corralled into A. They can't go anywhere else. They can't pull back and try a different avenue of attack. They have to go A. It's just not looking too good. G going to try and find this kill. Not fast enough. Just Starry remaining then. I think he was briefly spotted. Blitz will peek out and find him. Mongols finally put an end to the drought. A long, long run of rounds for Lynn Vision. Mongols will eventually find one. They have to pop off here on the T side.
Yeah, it is a sigh of relief, it has to be said. We haven't really seen the Mongols on the T side for a while, and even then it wasn't exactly pretty. We were saying already that first half was a little bit up in the air. It wasn't the way we'd hope or expect out of the Mongols, so a recovery of all precedences needed heading here in towards the second half. Lynn Vision, though, got that lead advantage. Only 2 rounds away from pushing us towards Nuke. The way they've been playing within the last kind of chunk of this game, it's absolutely deserved. G and the AWP, 910 posted. Both are on different angles. 910 waiting for a swing, but not being given anything just yet. Techno might go to danger, though. This is a pixel peek, which is not favorable, but he moves at the perfect time. 910 gets picked off, and he continues his slow performance.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It is very tough. I don't know. He keeps going for these aggressive peaks as well, bro. You know, there is an argument to be made that's like, just relax, dog. Let somebody else do the work. You know, just become a bit more of a supportive element. Really not a great look. Blitz going to try an entry in here. Swings round. Gets Zaka. Can't find the second. And Amelia going to take the head. Looking good. The A hit absolutely thwarted. What a flick from G. And here we go, 15-13. Mongols got to get 2 in a row. Lynn Vision are indeed doing it.
My, oh my. How the Mongols let this slip. Yeah, 9-10. I think it's one of those situations, you know, I don't know if it's going to beat a man while he's down, but in terms of the comparison between the two, G is such a smart AWP. He picks every single fight perfectly. 9-10, every single fight he's been taking is disadvantaged. It's just not looking good for him at all. Continuously being caught off guard. Your AWP is also meant to be one of your best support util players, and even then, it's not been looking all that great for him. He's in a rough spot. That can really knock his mental, and Nuke's such an important AWP map as well. Senzu going to drop Molotov, going to try and take higher control here. Starry going to reply with a nade. Entry on towards the side. Starry for 1, make that 2. Looking for a triple as well, but Senzu will answer back.
Not at all. Bomb plan going to come down here. The bomb site instead seems to have worked for Mongols. Can they hold on, though? G on the AWP will be a little awkward, but he's been fragging. I'm sure he's absolutely confident. Amelia, meanwhile, with that AK, going to have to probably an initial frag to get this kicked off. Nice Molotov. Buys some time, but also gives a bit of space in a way to get that CT utility down. Oh, another Molotov, though. Not going to be easy to work their way in here. Not a lot of time at all for the Lynn Vision boys. Just play that clock. Should be doable from here. Oh my goodness, you're joking. Nobody on the bomb. Blitz can't get them off, and I think they've actually done it. Oh, it's so close, but they have. That is unbelievable, man. Mongols, I mean, that's got to sum it up, you know. A winnable position in regulation, winnable position in that final round as well, and they just could not convert the game, really letting the pressure get to them, and a lot of crumble there for the Mongolian squad.